Okay, welcome back to episode 2 of the Luke and Lewis show. Still got this groovy intro.
Still not digging it.
You don't like it?
Nah.
I like that intro music.
It's kind of does reflect our show.
Yeah.
Because there's only 2 parts to the song.
You know what this
there's 2
complaining
instruments.
needs? This complaining of yours needs? A bit of groove. Continue.
Well, as you can tell,
Yeah.
there's 2 parts to the song.
Yeah.
There's organ and
drums.
drums. So there's 2
But
of us.
If you wait a little minute, here comes another kind of drum.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Still another drum.
Yep.
And it's also like our show because it's not great. I'll be honest.
We're only at episode.
And also,
guitar.
the audio
just made it a
quality is
guitar.
bad.
Well,
Do you
that is-
agree?
that is because I downloaded it in low quality.
Yes.
But you can't, we're only at episode 2, you can't go, oh, our show sucks,
No,
welcome. We're trying to build brand
Oh, that's
loyalty.
true.
We're
Yeah.
trying to get people excited
True.
about
The only
it.
thing that sucks about our show is Founders merch,
I
which you can get
Hey!
at lukeandlewis5.com.
LukeandLewis5.com to get your founders merch,
Yep.
available only for a limited time,
Yep.
for 3 weeks. Can you stop doing that?
What? I'm not doing anything.
You're making it sound like we're only doing the merch for money, which we're not. We're not. Oh, now I'm doing it.
I thought this was a passion project.
This is
for
a
you.
passion project for me. I'm very passionate
We
about it.
can't have both of us.
What do you mean? It's just, I don't know. It's just every time I talk about founders merch, I can't help myself. It's a nervous tick
What?
because I'm thinking about what I'm going to spend the money on.
Look,
that
so
we're gonna- that
for
we're gonna
those
make.
listening, Lewis is rubbing his hands together.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I'm doing the money sign.
yeah, but
You
mine's
know,
not about money. I'm
if
just
you've ever
really
seen
cold.
Deal or No Deal. Oh, you're cold because we don't have the heater on.
Oh, you got to turn the heater on. That's right. Okay, that's
Now,
better.
make sure you check in 5 minutes that we're not frying Radio Mic 2.0.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, lukeandlewis5.com, brand new founders merch.
That's right.
I fully endorse it as a good money getter.
I think that it's a
I
great
think it is-
design. Founder, if you're listening to this, episode 2, episode 1, up to episode however many there are in 3 weeks. What's that? 6. You're a founder of the Luke and Lewis show.
You were here from the start. You were a day one fan,
no.
which would look great on a t-shirt.
because we're not day 1 anymore. This is actually day 2, okay? So day 1's done,
Right.
right? But a founder, that's unlimited
Yeah,
until the founding ends, which is 3 weeks from now.
When do you reckon the founding fathers of, say, America stop calling themselves founding fathers? Oh, I guess they'll forever after that. Are you taking pills on the podcast?
Well, yeah, because the founders merch is so sick that I don't want to catch anything, so I've got to take a lot of vitamins.
And that's a joke that you've pre-planned. Because I saw them sitting there before the
Yep.
podcast and thought, I wonder why Lewis has vitamins there. And it was
Because
for
the
that.
founders merch is so sick that I don't want to catch anything from it, and that's why you need to buy it.
What-
LukeandLewis5.com.
What vitamins do you take?
2 fish oil tablets for omega-3,
Yeah.
1 multivitamin for everything else, and then 1 other one that my girlfriend told me to take because apparently it's good for my skin.
Right. Why don't you just do what Keelan does? Just have 2 fillet of fishes instead of 2 fish oil tablets and, you know, and
I
a
don't
Big
think-
Mac for
I've never
omega
had a fillet of
nothing.
fish.
You've never had a fillet of fish? No,
Oh.
you should. You should. You're missing out. You're omega-3, man. Too many spices, not enough vitamins.
Now,
Luke and Lewis 5 to get your founders merch available for 3
it is
weeks.
available, but I do fully endorse the Luke and Lewis are back stickers, though.
Yeah, the stickers are
The
good.
stickers are great and not a cash grab. I'm fully passionate about that because I like the design, which is one sticker, if you don't know, says Luke and Lewis on
Yeah.
it, and the other sticker says are back. So, and also it's a bumper sticker. We didn't make that clear the first episode.
But they're like normal
They're
bumper
like normal
stickers.
bumper stickers. Now, I would love to see it on a car with, on the front of the car.
We are
it
eagerly
says
awaiting the
Luke-
one legend
Yeah.
that does the car.
because they're hard to take off once you put them on. And then I want someone to do Luke and Lewis on the front of the car, and then on the back of the car,
Yeah.
it says "are back."
Yeah. And then
That's
it's
how
the-
they should be.
the
So
Luke and
for
Lewis
whatever you
mobile.
put them on, Luke and Lewis on the front of whatever you're putting them on. So say if it's on a journal, on your little diary that you write in every day, Luke and Lewis smack bang in the front, flip it over, "are back" on the back. That's the only way to
Absolutely.
appropriately use the stickers. If I see any of the "are back" stickers on the front, we'll send you a refund.
No, we
we
won't.
won't.
No, we won't. We're
No,
not going to give them their money back. They don't get free stickers
True.
for applying
Yeah,
it
true.
wrong.
Yeah, but maybe we should make them come with a manual. And we're not doing that. I can't be bothered. But know that you're using it wrong and there's no complaints.
And also, Founders merch is the best.
Yes.
Anyway, how do you reckon episode
Oh,
1
wait,
went?
no.
Oh,
I said yes. It's not. It's a cash grab. Buy it, though.
Yeah. How do you feel about episode 1?
I would say episode 1 went well. I think
Yeah.
it was
I think it was perfect.
strong in parts. Well, yeah, that was good. There was a few good parts,
Yeah.
and there was a few bits towards the end where, Mike's hikes. I didn't like that.
Okay, Mike's hikes. Didn't like
I
that.
didn't like that old Radio Mike suggested
'Cause-
a new segment instead of Mike's Likes, which was a segment that he used to do on the radio show.
About things that he
suggested-
likes.
Yeah, he
He
suggested
instead-
once a week we send him off on a hike, and then he just comes back,
And tells us about it.
reports on the hike.
Not good.
That's a segment that would have happened on like literally when they were founding countries, like, when they were colonizing places. Mike's Hikes was probably a segment they actually had where they sent a dude out on hikes. I'm like,
Hey, Mike, go that way.
yeah,
Tell us what you find.
What did you find? But it's not like he's mapping anywhere new. There's actually no point in doing that segment.
And really, if we were doing hikes back then, when countries were being founded, I would have been all about that because there would be a chance for Mike to be taken out by a wild animal or like some tribe members.
Yeah.
But now, these hikes, they're all really safe.
he might get run over by a RAV4, like a soccer mum who's late or something like that.
Doesn't he drive a RAV4?
Huh? Yeah.
Run over by himself.
Oh no, he got a new car.
Oh, that's right. He used to drive a RAV4.
Oh, it's not. It's not much more impressive. it's a nice car.
Yeah.
But, if you're
a lesbian.
you said it, not me.
That's what he drives.
But I did have some notes from the first episode that I did want to go through with you.
Okay.
Because I had to listen back
These
to
just
it.
mistakes that you made.
No, actually, I was in the right.
Right.
So okay, there's good things and bad things. So
Okay.
I'll start off with a positive.
Yeah.
I'm proud that when we were talking about the curtains, so we
Yeah.
were talking about getting the curtains unwrinkled.
Yeah.
And because it was the first episode, we were just trying to like get some things ready, get sorted. I was proud
Yeah.
of us that neither of us made an we need to iron out the kinks joke.
That is good.
I'm proud of
That
us.
is good.
Yeah.
We didn't do that
Good.
because that would have sucked.
So-
But I've got some notes about your notes.
Yeah.
I feel like you just did that joke there. So now it's on our show.
No, but I was saying I'm proud that didn't happen.
But it just did. So
maybe I should have told you this off
yeah.
show.
So because now it's on our show and
Well,
everyone's
maybe
thinking,
in my notes for episode 3, I could be like disappointed that
yeah,
I made
okay.
it.
Maybe just write that down for your episode 3 notes
Yeah.
about episode 2 because now what's going to happen is someone's going to chop a 1-second segment of this podcast of you saying iron out the kinks.
Yeah.
And that's just going to be out there on Twitter, on Instagram, and our reputation is over.
No, it's not that bad. It's not Mike Hikes level.
Yeah, okay.
Bad content. Oh yeah, you were talking about that. It's like you were saying, you want to be twice as strong as me.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I've had a few people tell me this.
It's-
that being
I thought about it, and it was funny when you said it, and then it absolutely is not possible because if I can bench 50,
that means
there's
I gotta
no way you can bench 100.
No, it is possible, but it would like take me 3 years of intense powerlifting
Yes.
training to just bench 100 kilos.
And,
That's a
and
lot.
then if I did 55 and train for 2 weeks
No,
to get
you're-
another 5 kilos, then you'd have to train for another year to get to 110.
Well, maybe what we have to do is just edit my goal a little bit. Maybe I don't want to be twice as strong. Maybe I want to be like 1.3 times
it's
as
nowhere
strong.
near your original goal.
1.4. Okay, let me know what's a realistic percentage stronger than Luke that
And-
I can get.
and
Basically, the average male.
And also, I've just realized I wanted to tell you as well. I thought about it more. I sold myself short. I think
Yeah.
I was under pressure. I actually realized I was doing 2 sets of 70 push-ups a day.
It's not that many more.
5 more a day. So it's
5
10 more a day.
10 more a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So just let it be known that
You work out like a 13-year-old boy who wants abs and doesn't understand how to get them.
yeah, dude.
You're like,
And-
oh, I'll just do... That's what I used to do
Dude.
when I was 13. I'm like, oh, I'll just do 100 sit-ups every day and then I'll be ripped. That's not how it
Well,
works.
it helps when you have the physique of a 13-year-old child still. But, dude, I'm telling you, look at the results.
If I put you next to a dude who just did nothing all day,
Yeah.
who worked in IT,
Yeah.
and you stood next to him in a t-shirt,
Yeah.
there would be no difference.
What do you mean? You'd be like, who's that hunk?
What, the IT guy?
No, because he's a nerd and I do 70 push-ups a day.
Yeah, and you look like you work in IT.
Yeah, maybe like,
He's been defeated.
I haven't been defeated. I just think it's like not a good argument.
What? You work out so that you have the body of an IT professional.
You know what, man? It's been another episode of Luke and Lewis. No, I just think you're not being fair
To what?
to my incredible physique. Which, by the way, you make out you're so fit. We did okay, here's what I've noticed as well. Every time we do a physical competition on our show, we've done a few in the past.
I win.
No, we always have to handicap it so you have a chance.
No.
Every time. When we did a race, I
Yeah.
had to eat donuts all day, have 3 big M's, and also
That was your
you
call.
had a 100-meter start, and you didn't beat me by that much.
And
Keelan was there.
I sprained my leg
Yeah.
the day before.
Because you're unfit and you literally can't handle it.
Before that race, I was rubbing Bengay on myself.
We
I
also,
used like a half a tube on my leg because I was in that much pain.
you almost didn't finish the walk home that we did a couple of months ago because you aren't as elite as I am.
Well, we got there in the end.
Dude, if I was
And that was
like,
also because before we
No.
started the walk, I thought it would be a good idea to walk for 3 hours around the city before
that
we
was
started.
stupid.
So really, I worked
but out of the
more
duo,
than you did.
I'm like the Navy SEAL. You're like the cadet. You know?
You're like the guy that designs the game about the Navy SEALs because you work in IT.
No, dude, I'm literally like, I admit I'm not a brainy guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm all muscle. Like I've no personality. I'm just like a hunk. That's like my appeal.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time you went to a gym?
A gym?
A gym.
Like an actual one that you pay to go to?
Yeah.
3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
And how long were you a member for?
I wasn't a member.
you
I
just
went.
were a one-off.
I
visit.
walked into the foyer.
Did
and
you
went,
pay for it?
Look at all these betas
Yeah.
paying to work out.
And then
Yeah.
you went home and did
Dude,
70 push-ups.
Man, the world is my gym. All right?
Oh, you're one of those guys.
I'm one of those people. It's like,
those bodywork people.
yeah, dude, catch me in a park at a public workout station getting jacked.
See, what's interesting about the difference between you and those people who do that
Yeah.
is those people...
Usually douchebags, but not me, man.
No, those people actually have good rigs and don't look like they work in IT.
I worked out at Muscle. You went to Venice Beach, yeah?
Yeah.
When you went to America. Did you go to Muscle Beach where all the
I saw
public
it.
workout?
Yeah.
I was there, man. Ask Joseph Green. We went there together. Fellow comedian.
Yeah.
I've got pics of me getting jacked at Muscle Beach, and
Really?
no one questioned it. I fit in.
Right.
Probably because no one wanted to approach the guy with the tambourine, but no one
The
questioned it.
special kid with a tambourine.
All I'm trying
doing
to say is, man-
exercises wrong.
Good luck trying to be twice as strong, because you could be twice as strong as anyone else.
Okay.
I would.
I can't be twice as strong as the average male.
No.
Okay, that's a
And-
very lofty goal.
Yes.
We're going for 1.3 times as strong.
You know what? I'll take you on that,
Okay.
because you're using one singular room as your gym.
Yes.
I got the whole earth,
Right.
and once.
And the only thing you
and-
do though is push-ups.
Well-
because my room has a lot of fitness equipment.
Yeah, no, but think about it, because that's lifting your own body weight, and because I'm so jacked, that's heaps more than you bench, because I'm massive.
Right.
So
How
if-
much do you weigh?
Huh?
How much do you weigh in
Not in-
tons?
Tons.
In tons.
4
4 tons.
4 tons.
Really?
Yeah.
Because these chairs that we bought,
Probably like
they only
1 ton.
No, they actually say not more than about 110 kilos
Ah.
to be put on the chair.
Oh.
So I feel like 4 tons might be an exaggeration.
Well, you
because-
asked me how many tons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could have said 0.000000.
Next topic.
Right, Luke. I have a problem.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't flex in a hoodie.
That's how impressive it is.
That's like only not even like Mr. Olympia can like look jacked in a hoodie. That's the only guy that could do it. Cause you just look like you're doing a fucking shitty pose in an 80s gang movie. Cobras. And anyway, I have an
You
issue.
could never be in a gang.
Yes, I could.
What gang
I do my
would you
hair
be
like
in?
this. The fucking tunnel snakes.
The tunnel snakes.
Yeah.
And what does your gang do?
We it's okay. It was a gang from a video game called Fallout, which you would know. I'm sure you designed it in your IT course.
That's the I don't play video games because
Yeah.
I'm not a nerd.
Well,
Because
you
I'm too
design
busy.
them. You don't want to go home
You
and play
play
them.
World of Warcraft and you're calling me an IT nerd. You played Warhammer miniatures.
Yes, I do.
I played football up until I was 16.
And you couldn't tell. Right, Luke, I have an issue that I want to raise.
Yeah.
All right, you and Keelan as well keep leaving the warehouse that I pay the rent for with my only bathroom
No,
key.
I pay some of the rent now
How much?
for the 2 days a week that we're here.
No, for 50% of the 2
So
days.
one
you
day
pay
a
for 1
week.
day a week. Okay,
Yeah.
so 1 day a week.
Yeah, so 1/7 of me is pretty shitty at Keelan right now. I'll be honest. When
Well,
are you going to
okay.
start chipping in?
Okay, you both of you keep taking the bathroom key
Yeah.
away from the warehouse, and because you pay 1/7, you're only allowed to have 1 day with the key. All right, that's fair.
Yep.
But you took it away for 3 days.
No, I said, do you want me to bring it back? And you said, don't worry about it.
No, I said I'm incredibly angry.
I have a good defense for me.
Okay, what's your defense? You took it to Canberra.
But you were in America, and I didn't think you were going to come back and come to the warehouse before we started working together.
Okay, so that's the world's shittest excuse.
No, it's not, because Keelan told me that there was a situation where they were driving near
You
here,
were driving right past.
like literally right past, and
Yeah.
then he had a conversation with his girlfriend, and they went, nah.
Okay, all right. So this might make sense if there was any reason to ever leave with the key.
Well, no
What
one.
do you need the key?
No
outside
one
the
leaves
warehouse?
intentionally.
When you use the key.
No one leaves with intention. You think I was like, oh, you know, it'd be really funny if I take this toilet key home. Oh, that'll be just a barrel of laughs. Oh, I'll come in and I'll be
No, it wasn't.
I'll be the hero of the office if oh man, it's gonna be such a good gag. Actually, Keelan told me to do it on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose, but he goes,
Fucking traitor.
you should do it because it shits Lewis. And I was just like, nah, it doesn't seem that funny. And
It's not
I
a
was-
barrel of
I
laughs.
was right. Next topic.
Not a barrel of laughs. It was almost a bottle of piss.
Yeah,
Can't
well,
come here.
did you come here since I took it?
Yeah, and me and Keelan were both here, and we had to
Did
to
you
leave
piss on
to
each
use the
other?
bathroom. No, we didn't.
Huh?
No, I feel like that might be illegal, seeing as he's an employee.
Oh yeah,
That's some R. Kelly shit.
yeah.
R. Kelly piss, actually. But what I think we need to decide on is, because as angry as I am, I'm not without sin. I've left with the toilet key a couple times as well.
Yeah.
But hey, that's
I've only ever done it twice.
that's 6/7 my key.
I did want to say that on your last podcast, you say, I haven't taken it for over a year. You took it about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was when I was paying 100% of the rent, so it's my key. I can do whatever I want with it. We need a punishment.
No,
for
put it
whoever-
back on the shitter spoon. It used to be on a wooden spoon, so you couldn't put it in your pocket.
Yeah, but then it kept breaking, and also it's kind of embarrassing to go
No,
to the
I liked
toilet.
it. I liked the humiliation. It's like it made it a shameful act. If you want to go urinate at your job,
You have to carry a spoon
it was
down
yeah.
the
You have
street.
to carry a wooden spoon down a block while like tradies and stuff walk by, and you've got the shitter spoon.
Why does that guy walk down the street with a spoon once a day?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
And I think that's punishment enough
No, I
for
think
having a bladder.
I think that there needs to be a punishment for the next person who takes the key home.
Yeah.
All right, if you take the key, you lose your chair for a whole podcast. No chair.
Yeah, deal. Because I reckon you'll do it next.
I guarantee it won't be done because I like this chair. We looked for it for ages.
I won't even need this chair for much longer because I'll weigh too much for it anyway.
Probably going to break anyway.
Yeah.
4 tons.
Under
is
4 tons of
supporting a lot of
muscle
weight.
weight. I won't be able to sit on this for much longer. I might have to get like an iron chair to match my biceps.
What, like the throne from Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but one that a dragon can't melt. You probably didn't watch the last episode.
Didn't watch
Spoilers.
the last episode.
You
Oh, I
didn't-
saw it on
you
Twitter.
didn't. You didn't miss much.
Nah, from
Yeah.
what I heard, it sucked.
No good. I reckon that was one of the most underwhelming ends of like to any single TV show of all time.
Well, that's
like
what
I've
happens.
watched the end of Friends before, and it was like,
Yeah.
I've watched the end. Even the end of The Office stunk.
The Office was.
The Office was pretty
That was
bad.
because they kept it going for too long.
Yeah, but geez, the Game of Thrones was very
But that's
bad.
what happens when you don't finish writing your books. He didn't finish. He had 2, maybe 3 books
Yeah.
left to write, and he had like a decade to finish them.
You
and
know
he's
what
like,
else?
I'll just give it to like 2 TV directors who were sick of making the show. They can finish it.
That guy, what's his name? George R. Martin.
Yeah.
Whenever you see him,
He's gonna die
But he-
before the books finish.
yeah, but he doesn't look busy.
No.
What's he doing? That's the thing.
Nothing.
Whenever you see him, he's just like, you know what I mean? Like
That
whenever
is so him.
he just goes like, yeah. And I was like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think my dad has read all the books, and the biggest takeaway my dad took was that in each like intro where he talks about writing the book, he got angrier and angrier at how hard the books were to write. Where he goes to the last one that he wrote, he says something along the lines of, "This book was an absolute bitch to write. I didn't enjoy it." He's not having fun.
Man,
He doesn't want to finish writing them. And you know what? Good on him. I think that's so alpha, where he's like, I'm going to create the best fantasy series of all time, top 10 easy, and then just be like, I reckon I'm just going to sleep in for a decade.
well, yeah, because he's made the cash,
Yeah,
and you'd lose interest.
for sure. Because there's, like a book is like 600 pages.
Oh,
like
I
Game of
wouldn't
Thrones.
even read one, let alone write one.
You couldn't even finish the Specky McGee
No,
saga.
I did finish. Oh no, they kept on writing him. You're right. I don't think I ever did finish it, but I read up to about 8,
Yeah.
and that's enough. It's like Game of Thrones. Like stop
You
it.
read 8 Specky McGee books. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How
I mean,
many
they're
pages
only
are they?
Probably like 200, but pretty big text.
But how many of those pages pictures?
No pictures. They do have little like notes from footy players though,
Oh, yeah.
like from the game. So like it'll cut to like a note from like Matthew Pavlich or like you don't know who that is, but something like that. Because guys, it doesn't matter. I had another note from the episode
Okay.
1.
Yeah.
Did a little bit of research. You came in pretty hot and heavy last
always come in
week,
hot.
throwing accusations around
Yep.
that we had this conversation where I made our original website.
Yeah.
Did a little bit of research.
Oh,
Turns out Lewis is telling porcupines.
oh, was it my fault?
I was never an admin of the website.
Yeah.
I was a contributor. So you had originally...
No, but you bought the URL. You buy the.
How do you buy a URL?
you
I
don't know.
I don't even know how
That's
you
what-
do that.
You buy a URL from a name
I
provider.
spoke to Keelan before you came in. I'm like, it doesn't seem like something I'd do.
Is this on Squarespace?
Yeah.
You looked at it? Yeah. See, you buy the URL before it gets
But
on
It doesn't
Squarespace.
seem like something that I don't volunteer to do stuff much. I don't go, I'll do it. I remember your wording was like, and then you were like, I'll do it. And I was like, it doesn't seem like a thing I'd say. Usually I'm like, palm it off. Don't want to deal with that.
No, this is what happened. You bought the URL.
How
and
do you
then,
buy a
And then you
URL?
were like, oh, we've got the website now. And I was like, sweet. And then,
Then you made the website.
no, this is why. Because I was paying for Squarespace, which is a separate thing. And then you were like, oh, well, then I'll pay for the URL. And then we don't have to swap money every month because it's the same cost. And then I paid for Squarespace up until today. And you paid for the website for 1 year. And then
1
it got
year.
hacked. And now lukeandlewis.com takes you to a flashing picture of my
Yeah,
face.
don't go there if you have epilepsy. It's actually...
It's a hellhole. Luke and
problematic.
Lewis 5 is so much
Luke
better
and Lewis
anyway.
5 is where the merch is at. Not that you'd want it, but get the stickers.
No, no, you can't trash the merch on it.
No, you're
Buy
right.
it.
Buy it, but don't wear it.
I like Founders merch. I think it's good.
Lewis, I got something else I wanted to bring up with you.
What?
And it happened when I think I noticed it. Oh, the alarm's going off at the warehouse. This happens 5 times a
5
day,
times
man.
a day.
Now our
mine's
alarm's going off.
Great.
Should I turn that
Yeah,
Awesome.
can you turn that off, please?
Yeah.
This place, man.
I
Dude,
feel like we're in Soviet Russia because it's just surrounded by people who are yelling a lot. Oh, let's talk about this. This is not
Yeah.
saying any names. Can we talk about what happened when I came in for the interview?
let's obscure a few details.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we can talk about it.
So I was looking at also getting a warehouse here for a bit.
Yeah.
And then I came in for like just to meet with the guy who runs it.
1 second. I'm just going to tell Luke something he should not say.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Probably gonna have to edit that out because you can probably still hear it.
No, I turned all the mics off. As
Okay.
long as we mute the camera.
We'll just cut it out.
Which, I just mentioned something that he's not allowed
Yeah,
to say
I knew that.
because too scary.
So I was in there.
Yeah. Because Luke was considering renting
was.
out a warehouse became free, so Luke was like, "Oh, I'll
So
maybe."
Lewis
work
and I
here
were
as
meeting
well."
with the guy, and Lewis was like introducing me, and then some other guy came in and was like, "Oi, do you know where this person is?" And then he interrupted the meeting, and everyone was like, "Who's that?" And he goes, "Oh, he owes me $50,000. I'm looking for him. I've tried his house, his ex-girlfriend's house, and his ex-business. This is his last known address."
Yeah.
And the guy was mad.
He's like
and
mad.
Lewis and I were sitting there like, "Oh, cool." And then I don't want to be too exact, but some threats were made.
I'm gonna do when I find him. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do
this,
that.
and-
This is how you do it. This is what scares him every time.
Some of them, and also other people kind of who work here, popped their heads in and gave him some advice on how he could get the money
Bit of debt
back.
collection advice.
Yeah, it was some classic, hey man, this has happened to me before. Try this. Works every time.
This is a good weapon that you're not
Yeah,
allowed to have in Australia.
Put it this way, threats of violence. And then Lewis and I were sitting there the whole time. Eventually the situation diffuses, the guy leaves, and then the guy who runs the place is like, anyway, so would you like to buy? And I'm just sitting there like,
He goes, as you can see, we take money very seriously here. And I was like, fuck, I better
Yeah,
pay my rent for the next year in
Dude.
advance.
it was hectic.
It was
So,
very hectic.
didn't something happen here the other day?
Oh yeah. Also, the window has been smashed. While I'm trying to get insurance. Now, what happened was,
You're trying to insure this place.
yep, I have.
Good luck.
So someone obviously came here last night and smashed the window. Now,
Were they trying to rob us?
no, I think they were just smashing windows because it's fun.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I feel like if they were trying to break in, they would have broken one of the other windows, whereas they broke one right at the top. I think they were just doing it for fun.
Did you find anything in here, like a brick?
No, we didn't find anything in here. We had a look. There was glass in here and stuff, but it's all cleaned out and it's been boarded up, and we're going to get bars on the window. But Luke, I have there was a clue that was left outside, and it's very suspicious. And so
What happened?
we got here, and we noticed the window was smashed, and then we came outside to look for clues, and there was a KFC box outside. Now, there's only one person here.
Was there
who
chicken
eats-
salt everywhere?
There was chicken salt all in here, which is not really a clue because there's always chicken
So,
salt in here because Keelan lives here. But there's only one person here who eats
I don't live
KFC all the time. Okay, Keelan, what were you doing last night? How much KFC
Do you have an
did
alibi?
you eat?
The only KFC I ate was when we went to Chadstone.
Okay,
I can't believe you actually ate KFC
Yeah, he
like
did.
yesterday.
and there's about 20 different places. I got some amazing noodles. He comes back KFC. I'm like, of course.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to bring that up. But I did have Asian food all weekend, so I was
Okay,
thinking KFC was the best option.
all right. What do you think, mate?
Well, I think it's so blatantly obvious that you. What are you trying to achieve throwing a brick through our window?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. You tell me. Why would you do that?
You
Maybe he's
threatened by
got
my
some kind of-
biceps?
No, okay, that's definitely not why he did that because no one's threatened by your biceps.
He's running away. You can't see.
He's not running away. He's still here. You can hear him.
Keelan's left.
Okay,
I
investigation
get that
pending.
a lot.
Speaking of our insurance, Luke,
Yeah.
run into a obstacle. Been
Oh,
trying
yeah?
to get insurance.
Yeah,
for
they were
this
like,
place.
have any bricks been thrown through the window lately? Nah. Well, what about threats of violence made around the building frequently? Nah.
Was there
Nah.
was there a body found in a bin a couple of months ago around the corner? Yeah, that really happened.
Also, is there exposed wires and a high chance of fire? Nah.
When the
Also, is there a permanent hole in your wall which hasn't been fixed for a month? Yeah. So how's the insurance going? I'm sure it's going well.
Well, I tried to get insurance for this place. I couldn't work it out. I gave up. And then I was like, do you want to give it a go?
Sounds like me when I try and read a book. I'm like, oh man, this is a lot.
6-letter word. No, so I tried so hard. I got quotes online, this and that.
Like, this isn't about footy.
I got declined everywhere, right? But that was just online quotes, and I just couldn't work it out. But my girlfriend worked in insurance, so I'm like, oh, you do it.
That was just your credit card because you've been spending too much money on trying to get our website back.
Yeah, way too much money. So I got my girlfriend to do it. So she starts setting it up, and she gets really far into the process. It's looking all good. We tally up everything that's what's worth in here. We
Because
get
you called me the other night. I'm like, we think we got the insurance sorted, but that was before the brick had gone through the window.
So they call Jazz back while she's with me, and it's not about the brick. And they go, hey, so we've looked into your business and you make videos, yeah? And I'm like, yeah. And they go, so what type of videos do you make? And we're like, oh, just comedy. They Google me, and turns out they have a clause where they will not insure offensive people. So my girlfriend's on the phone to the insurance company trying to explain that my comedy is not offensive comedy.
What do you mean? Like they won't insure you like out of like morally, or like they're
scared of Twitter. So what they're scared of is me putting out a video, or you putting out a video, and then Twitter losing their mind, and then them going to our insurance company and going, how can you insure this offensive person?
They should be heaps more scared of all the Russians. I'll be honest. The dudes here are pretty scary. Terrifying people. And they was like, hey, go on. I'm like, oh, good. And they just leave.
Twitter has ruined the earth, where this insurance company may not insure us because I swear. And now Jazz is lying through her teeth trying to tell this guy that I'm not offensive at all. When you Google me, the first thing that comes up is my joke about the Dreamworld accident.
It would also come up with your comedy special, Death Threats Don't Scare Me.
Yeah.
Not a great
The
slogan.
comedy special that was too controversial for TV.
Yeah.
That's the headline of it. And then the latest video, when you search up Luke and Lewis, is the first thing I say, banned from radio. Too controversial, which is a joke, but still, you can't really tell. So, Luke, we may not get insurance because because of me. Because Twitter's fucked the world.
Yeah. Well, that's not good. And
But as long as Keelan doesn't throw any more rocks in the window, we should be all right.
Oh, that's actually not good.
Right?
Now we just need to have an off-air discussion about seriously how we're going to... This is a very expensive sign.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you know what I was saying? I was throwing
Did you
out...
pay for the sign?
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
I was throwing around a figure that said 670 or something.
Which seems like a lot of money because I feel like the first time you told me about it was like 600 something. And then
670, and then I forgot about GST.
So 700.
Ended up being 737.
That's so much money.
This is a lot more money.
Loose beers. Oh, no, wait.
No, that's...
LukeandLewis5.com.
Yes. So I did want to bring this up before. So when you went to America, this is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I noticed something. You've recently got a cat.
Yes, got a cat. Yeah.
How's that going?
I don't know. I don't think cats... I've had dogs my whole life. And we usually adopt dogs. And when we adopted all of our dogs, they were all really sad because they missed where they came from. They were like sad. It takes about 3 weeks to get them comfortable. One of the dogs spent 3 days in the dog box because he was just devastated that he lost their family. So we adopt this cat from a woman, and we're thinking, okay, we got to go through the same thing. We get the cat, completely fine. Didn't give a fuck. It was like, oh, I live here now? Great. Doesn't. So now I'm like, well, if it lived with this woman, who was a nice, lovely woman who didn't want to give up the cat and treated it with love ever since it was a kitten, and then just gets abandoned and put with strangers and doesn't give a fuck, the cat is never going to love me. I don't think it's capable.
Right. So this brings me to my next question.
Yeah.
I think a few people might have seen it already.
Yeah.
Just answer me this.
I know what you're going to say, and I just want to say, was not done with my consent.
Why the fuck does your cat have an Instagram account?
I'm just
And also answer me this.
Uh,
I'm not sure
yeah.
if this still means we're friends.
Okay, look, I understand your concerns, and if you set up an account for one of your animals, I would be just as devastated, and I can explain.
I was really, really appalled when I saw
Yeah.
it. I was a little disgusted.
Yeah.
Now, if you thought I wanted you, like, obviously we have a running thing, go block Radio Mike. But if there was ever an account that you should block and report, it is
No, this is gonna
Lewis's
upset my
cat
girlfriend.
mate.
It's gonna upset her.
Oh, so you know
You're
what?
burning a bridge here, not with me. I don't care.
Hey, Jazz, delete it.
Look, I understand.
I don't mind if your
Yeah.
girlfriend had. This is what bothered me. I
Okay.
saw originally. I know Jazz made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, your girlfriend made this
I just want
account.
to say,
But
that-
what I was disappointed with
yeah,
is in the bio of the cat, it says mother. So it's like daughter of.
oh no, does it? I haven't read the
dude,
bio.
It's you're written in the bio.
Oh, I want you to. I'll prove to you. I have nothing to do with this account. Look, here's all of my accounts logged into Instagram. It's my one, Luke and Lewis, my podcast one, and my private one. I haven't posted to the cat Instagram ever. I swear. What does it say in the bio?
I actually hate how it's. So the account is called Kitty Audio Spears.
That's
oh
our
no,
last names
it's
combined.
changed. And
What is it
now?
now?
It says in the bio Sagittarius.
Oh no, she's put astrology onto my fucking cat. Dude, I'm embarrassed. This is ruining my street cred.
Dude, you got none after this. There's a video of you just holding the cat on here, and then it said, "Meow, I'm in a drawer."
It is in a drawer. I put it in a drawer.
Meow. All the captions are just meow.
Yeah. See, at least she's not putting too much effort into it.
Meow, and then in brackets, "Mum, clean up your room." Animal Instagram accounts is what's wrong with social media.
I think
We've talked
so.
about this on the radio show before, and I remember back in the day, you were pretty anti.
I
You were.
I was, still am.
Yeah,
I never posted to it. I've tagged
It
it.
used to say in the bio. This is when I wrote down when you're in America.
Yeah.
It said like, it's a female cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
It said daughter of, and then both your names.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, that's
Which is like so textbook, like animal Instagram
Yeah.
account that will never get
But-
followers.
You've also you've tagged the cat before on your Instagram
Because
story.
I have to.
You don't have to.
But no, but I have to.
but you don't have
But you have
to.
to understand
You don't have
how
to.
much my girlfriend cares about this cat. I have to.
I didn't want to say this, and I'm sorry, Jess, if you're listening.
You're burning a bridge.
No, I'm
At
no.
least do it with cool theme music, because I'm all for it.
No, I'm not.
Go.
No, I'm throwing you under the bus
Oh, okay,
right now.
well, I'm turning it off then.
Lewis, we were at a dog beach the other day
Yeah.
filming the promo video for Luke and Lewis.
Yeah.
Lewis saw a really cute dog, looks at it for about 3 seconds, turns to me and goes, "I think I hate my cat."
Because
You did say
I
that.
did say that. Because
It was being so loving, and like the dog was being happy and it
the
was
dog
playing.
that I'd never met before
I
was
know.
like, "Hey man, how you going?
Yeah.
Do you want to give me a rub? Awesome."
Yeah.
My cat, if you touch it, it walks away. The cat will come up to you and you're like, "Oh, the cat likes me. I'll give him a scratch." You touch it and it looks at you like, "How fucking dare you?" And then it walks away. Doesn't let you touch it ever. One time it let me scratch it under the chin and I was like, "Oh my God, me and the cat are bonding."
Yeah.
And then it grabbed me with all four of its legs and then fucking bit me. And I
Yeah.
got shit all over my hands. Look at that.
Yeah.
That was the first time it let me touch it. It was a trap.
Yeah. Probably saw the Instagram account. Was like, none of that.
I know. So
Well, okay, don't go block the account.
just
Don't
report
report it.
it. Dude, if,
All right,
if,
you're
the,
burning bridges now.
if the Instagram gets taken down, she will be so mad. Dude, please don't report it.
She'll make a new one. I was pretty disappointed. I thought that when you're away and, you know, I thought that was probably your lowest moment. And I almost felt like, because you're away
Yeah.
on the other side of the world, I almost felt like, there was a little bit of pity. I was like, I don't think Was it made when you were away?
I think it was the cat was like adopted.
Yeah.
Almost because Jazz knew I was going away for a month, so she got the cat to replace me.
Yeah.
And then
It had a real vibe of there's nothing he can do about this.
I do feel like it
Yeah.
was set up while I was away, and I saw it. I think I remember thinking like, because I couldn't stop it from happening from here.
Do you reckon you can bring in the cat one day?
Yeah.
To the podcast, like we can do bring your cat to work day, and
Yeah.
obviously you're the only one who's. Do you have a cat?
Yes.
Oh, I was
Oh,
thinking.
you're way too excited, man.
You were really excited about that. My next joke was going to be like, obviously you would just be because we don't have cats, but I'm outnumbered. Damn, I need to get a cat.
That'd be so fun. We should do it.
That would not be fun. Do you reckon your cats would be friends?
I don't know. My cat,
don't
I don't
care.
think has ever met another cat.
Does your cat have an Instagram account?
No, it's not my cat. It's my sister's cat.
Ah, okay.
It lives with me.
Does it have an Instagram?
No.
Good. Keep it that way. It's actually so draining to keep up.
Do you call your cat Kodak Cat?
You should.
Interesting. You should. Is there anything else you want to talk about? You're going on tour.
I'm going on tour. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am. And hang on a second. Just grab that. Had to bring in a net because, mate, tickets are flying out the door, and I just can't stop them. I just got to stop because they're flying out the door, mate. Can you give me a hand with these? These tickets are absolutely flying out the door. And I just want to let you guys know I've got this net just to slow down the ticket sales for a minute. If you don't get your tickets now at losespears.com/gigs, they'll be gone, and this net won't be able to stop these tickets.
Fish? Why do you have a net?
Because they're flying out the door, mate.
And this was like the best thing you could get to stop something flying.
I did ask 3 people to get a net from an op shop, but they couldn't find one, so I found this at Bunnings because tickets are flying out the door. So losespears.com/gigs, no slide
Now-
season is officially open,
Now,
and
does
tickets
this-
are flying out
Does
the
this
door.
prop comedy reflect how good your show is?
No, this
I hope
sucks.
not.
I put so much effort into the show that this is all I have left for our podcast. And let me tell you, it's working because tickets are flying out the door. So losespears.com/gigs, I'm going everywhere. I'm going to
Lewis.
Melbourne.
Your tour is called No Slide Season.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, man, I can't let this slide. I think you could have thought of a better way to promote your show.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't need to because, man, Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney are almost sold out.
Yeah.
Tickets are actually going really, really
Is it
well.
a bird? Is it a plane? Nah.
It's my tickets.
It's your tickets,
They're
and they're
flying,
flying
out, the door.
Shut
your doors.
Yeah.
Grab your tickets because they're flying out every door.
Lock up, like
Yeah.
some people, recently there was a lot of earthquakes in LA and stuff.
Yep.
People were bunkering down. Australia, shut your doors.
Shut your doors.
'Cause-
We got to start
And
neighborhood
if you've
watch back
bought
up.
tickets as well, trap them inside.
Yeah.
Because they will fly out the
They
door.
might
'cause
escape.
There's so much demand that they might fly out the door into someone else's hands.
People are so desperate for tickets
Mm.
to No Slide season that they might be taken away from you just like our website was. So make sure you hold on to your tickets because
Yeah.
they could be taken. Unless, Luke, you live in Gympie.
Yeah,
where-
why are you going to Gympie? I saw this on your email, had all the dates, and you just said Gympie, and
Yeah.
I had to look up where that was.
So did I.
It's in Queensland.
I've just been booked in Gympie.
Gympie.
Never heard of it. I thought Gympie was an insult for your weird mate, but apparently it's a town in Queensland.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not sure why I'm going to Gympie either because I have sold 1 ticket,
You've so-
which must be the Gympie kid in Gympie is coming to my show.
man, that's probably the whole population. It's probably the mayor coming to check out your show.
Mayor Gympie has come into my show because it's the only thing that's happened in his town
Man,
for 3 years.
Now, I would say if you're in Gympie, but
I'm
no
not sure
one's
if anyone's
watching
in
this is
Gympie.
from Gympie. They even have the internet. That's the
Probably
thing.
not.
Maybe you should go back on radio to promote your Gympie show.
Maybe we should have accepted that offer and just gone to Gympie.
Yeah.
Done a radio show for breakfast.
Dude, that's so funny. That was the only ever positive. We used to get offered regional shows a lot,
Yeah.
to do radio. Oh, do you want to go to? And then it's a place we've never heard of, but it's
Yeah, we kept
and
asking for more opportunities,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Yeah, you can have a show 5 days a week. in hell.
Yeah, do you want to go to Gundamagay or like, Bindadabob?
Gundagai or Biggly Bob or Billabong.
It's just like, and then you look it up, it's like this place in like regional New South Wales, 8 hours out of a major city.
And their station, like we were on Fox, but their station will be called something weird.
Yeah.
Like there's a real station called Hot Tomato somewhere.
Yeah, it's the Gold Coast.
Is it?
There's a
That's
station
so
called
Gold
Hot
Coast.
Tomato because I was listening to it in the car recently when I was up there, and I was like, "Welcome back to a Hot Tomato."
Dude, could you imagine if we got a show in Gold Coast and we had to start every show with Luke and Lewis on Hot Tomato? We couldn't do that job.
It sounds like a Wiggles song. Like,
Hot tomato, and then they'd go to ads. Buy IKEA, buy IKEA.
but yeah. So the only ever perk we ever thought of was when we eventually did a show in that town, we'd sell out. Oh man,
Yeah.
we might even fill the pub.
I know.
If we even did a show in Gundagai, like when we did our show there, if we were on the breakfast radio show, we'd sell out there. That's the only perk. So, you know what, maybe we should have done a year in Gympie and then you would have sold more tickets.
And you know what? Wouldn't have been worth it.
No, it wouldn't have been. But if you're from Gympie,
Come by yourself, because obviously
I just wanna
100% of the crowd right now is coming by themselves, so it's a thing.
yeah. If you sell it out, I'll open for you just in Gympie.
So if I sell out my Gympie show, you'll fly to Gympie.
How big is it?
I think it's like 100.
I just want to see if I can think you can sell it out.
I
I don't
maybe.
think-
I don't know. I honestly, if I sell it out, I'll be like, I'm getting big. If I sell out a show in Gympie, I'm getting famous.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Because, sell out a city, Brisbane's
I'll
going to
see.
sell out, Melbourne will sell out, whatever. If I sell out
I
a
don't-
show in Gympie,
I
I
don't-
might be A-list.
Really want to go to Gympie, to be honest.
You've said it.
Yeah, if you sell out in Gympie, tell me, if it's like 50 tickets, you might sell out. But if it's like 200,
I think it's 100.
okay, that's not worth. I might come to Gympie. Luke and Lewis 5. Thank you guys for tuning in. How long have we been going for? Should we end it?
50 minutes. Yeah,
do we
let's
have
end it.
anything else to talk about?
I don't think so.
No. Anyone else have anything to address?
Are you wearing weed socks?
Yeah, man. James, our old radio producer, banned me from wearing these at the radio station.
Why? Because they had weed on them?
Yeah. Because I've never smoked marijuana, right? Never done any type of drug.
But you
except
do
for
have
alcohol.
weed socks.
Yeah, and my brother bought them from Amsterdam. I just think they're cool socks. So they are from Amsterdam.
You think they're cool socks?
Yeah, I like them.
Really? Those are cool? Weed socks are cool?
Well, they're not
That's
really
what you
cool,
think is
but like
cool?
they're funky.
They're-
They're green, yellow, and red. I think they're funky. I'd wear them if they didn't have the marijuana logo on them.
That's the kind
I
of
do
shit.
think it's funny because I always forget kind of what they represent. To me, they're just like funky socks.
Yeah.
And I wore them, I think one of the first times I met my girlfriend, I wore them over to
Oh, you're lucky she stayed with you.
her parents' house, like to meet her parents.
Oh,
And I
no.
took my shoes off and they were just like, oh, cool socks. And I always wear like banana socks or just funky
Yeah.
socks. And I didn't even look down. I was like, oh, thanks. And then like 20 minutes later, I looked down. I was like, oh, shit.
They said that to make you sweat because they think you're a pothead.
Yeah.
And you were just like, yeah, I like colours.
Yeah. Now they realize I'm just like a hectic gym junkie who uses the whole
Sure.
world as their gym and stuff. Now they realize I'm just like a good role model with fitness, intelligence, exercise, like humor. I'm really.
Guys, thanks for listening to this episode of the Luke and Lewis Show. We're going to be back on Tuesday.
Yes, and,
grab your merch, lukeandlewis5.com.
Let me know during the week if you guys want any tips of like how you can improve your physique in the real world.
And that's the end of the show. Thanks for listening, guys.
Lewis 5 for all your fitness tips.
And merch. Founders merch.
No, but at gmail.com you can email. LukeandLewis5 at gmail.com you can email. But for cash, Luke and Lewis 5. See ya.